You are here because the outside world rejects you.
I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice.
Come on, let's get nuts. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga!
I made up money. Come on, Peter Tingle. Here we go.
What's up? What's up? What up?
What up, indeed? I am Brad Reed. Ooh, that rhymes.
I'm your boy, Cameo.
Cameed. No, that doesn't. It rhymes.
No.
Doesn't work, though.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah, we'll think of something. We'll give you a last name, maybe. Ooh.
All right.
Let's have a, like back in the day when everybody got to vote whether Robin lived or died in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
This was back probably before your time a little, to be honest. It was like late
Probably.
80s, early 90s. But we should have our listeners nominate a last name for you and then vote on it.
Okay.
But that could be I don't know, you could end up like with a horrible last name. Like, I don't know.
Like Poopy Pants.
Yeah, exactly. Cameo Poopy Pants.
But I would wear that name proudly.
Would you now? Well,
Yeah.
Let's forget the vote. Let's just do it. Let's file the paperwork.
Okay.
And have
Cameo
your name
Poopy Pants.
legally changed to Cameo Poopy Pants.
Now, I don't know about legally, but for the show, yes.
I mean, you got to have it for the LLC and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That could just be my alias.
How about just Cameo PP? It still sounds
I can
like
work with that.
It's poopy. It still sounds like PP though. Our show has started off very
very childish.
sophomoric. Yeah, right.
Hey, I mean, it happens.
We're
it happens.
amateurish.
When you get two friends together and
what's
just talk
crazy?
about goofy stuff.
I saw you 3 times last week. On 3 different occasions I saw you. We hung out.
Really? I thought it was only 2.
No, because we went and saw Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yep.
Then I went and saw your dance choreography review. No, what's it?
Yeah, showcase.
Showcase. Yep.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. I hope to get this show up in time because it's still going on this weekend. So people want to, right?
Yeah. It starts. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, shows will be at 8 p.m. at UCO
Mitchell Hall.
at Mitchell Hall Theater.
There's a website. It's online. Did you happen to know it, or it's like Oklahoma Dance something?
Yeah.
Man,
Darn it. just go to Instagram and look at OK Dance Fest, FEST.
And I think that's probably what it was because that's where I actually went to get my tickets.
Oh, okay.
When I got tickets to last week's show because I went and got them. Yeah, OK Dance Fest. And so get your tickets now and go see it because again, it was like modern dance, international dance. There was like old school dance, ballet. It was beautiful. Like it was great. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when you were up on stage and I saw you, I was like, it's okdancefest.org/tickets. okdancefest.org/tickets. But when I saw you up there, like I was cheesing. I was like, that's my dude.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, Cameo. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this is the official review for the show.
Okay.
I have been dubious of your dancing skills. Like I've seen you dance on Instagram. Good, you're good. But this is a totally different thing. And you've told me how great you were, and but I have not seen it in person.
No, I haven't said how great I was.
No, you said you were the GOAT. You said you were the Dave Chappelle of dancing.
I'll say I am. I'll
There
just
you
say
go.
I am.
You might as well.
Because you know what? Nobody else is going to talk me up like that.
Exactly.
But myself. So yeah, I'll I'll accept that.
I will tell you this. You're the best dancer on Nerdz to Men.
Well, I haven't really seen your dance moves.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was dubious, because like I've asked you, teach me some moves. And you're like, I don't think I can help you.
I never said that.
You did too. You're like, you don't flavor your food.
Oh.
I just don't think I could teach you these kinds of, like I can't do the salsa,
I can't do it either. So,
but I saw,
I can eat salsa though.
Oh man,
I'll eat salsa.
I can eat salsa all day, and I do. No, but like honestly, I was blown away, and I'm joking about being dubious about your skills. I mean, you went to OU. I know you know what you're doing, but to actually see it, man, I was very impressed, and I give it up to you, Cameo.
I appreciate that. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming.
Wrong. I didn't want them all to laugh.
Not necessarily.
There you go.
All right. So you having them laugh at me, that was it was all a joke then. It was all a joke.
No.
You really think that I'm the worst dancer ever? Thanks, Brad.
No, they're laughing at the thought that you're a bad dancer. That's just ridiculous. Man, that must have been really funny. They won't shut up.
Man, geez, chill over there.
Yeah. We asked the audience to shh.
There you go.
So, a couple thoughts though. So your whole thing was like, I think you actually may have had like the longest set.
I think so.
Because y'all danced to 3 songs, and the second one, bravo! I thought the second set really showed me what you could do. And for those of you who haven't seen it, he sat in the chair the whole time.
Yeah. Sometimes just sitting and being still is the hardest thing.
Dude, what are you thinking about? Like, because I'd be up there like, everybody's looking at my back. Everybody.
Right. Dude, like I was
because you're like straddling the chair, Yeah.
Yeah. And so here's the stool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tilt it. So just think of this being the stool. I'm straddling it on the very end. So there's a part in the piece where she, steps on to the stool and like super quick. But, but like I have to give her enough space because she could step on the family jewels. And if that was to happen, I'd probably just, fall over.
You'd have come off that chair for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been it would have been an opera instead of a dance performance.
Yeah.
So what I think about is like, man, I really want to move, but I can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is something to that. Like I said, because you were, and it was all part of, y'all are telling a story through dance, and the first song is kind of like the beginning of the relationship, and the two characters feeling each other out, and all that. The second, it was more about like you were there, you were present, but it was more about like her experience and her, showing that through dance. And then the third act, it was really cool. I really loved it because like a lot of y'all did like a lot of cool stuff where like, y'all are picking each other up and, y'all are holding each other at angles where like, if you hadn't been working on them legs, y'all would have went down.
Right.
And so like I feel like the physical part of your dancing was pretty difficult, and it showed like how good you really are at that. And then at the very end, there's like, it kind of shows the deterioration of the relationship between the characters. And like, she actually picks you up and carries you. And I was like, I relate to that so much because I feel like I've been carrying you on this show for 6 years.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. I can't carry myself. So
But no, I mean, and you've been dedicated because like I'll call you like, what are you up to? Oh, I'm going to rehearsal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you've been working hard, and I wanted to give you your props and kind of
I appreciate that.
Tell everybody out there like how great you really are. So, and you're gonna keep doing it, which I think is great. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I love to see you chasing your passions.
Yeah, be looking out. I don't know how long So You Think You Can Dance will be on air, but one day I'm going to be a choreographer on there.
I just can move my head. That's about it.
There you go.
Does it look like my head is moving independent of my body?
Well, not now, because now...
now the rest of me is wiggling?
Yeah, you're like...
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. And then when you said my body, your body started.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't dance. I just pull up my pants and lean back.
Hey, you got to lean with a rock with it.
Lean back. I just crush a lot. All right, Cameo. Oh, I wish you would have spit your drink out. Oh my gosh. I know you were fighting
this is your mic. So
oh well, maybe not then. No, it'd have been worth it. I can't because you know I like to consider myself as funny as you are good at dancing, and and somebody spitting their drink out is like it's the chef's kiss of a good joke. So anyhow, almost, I was almost there.
Almost. Yep.
And then another thing that we did, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. We're going to try not to spoil our reviews today, though. Although we probably will a little bit, so be warned. But we're going to talk about Nope, which again, it's only been out a week, so we're going to try not to spoil too much. And then we're going to talk about, or before that, we'll probably talk about Thor first. And then we might be a little more spoilery because that one's been out a little bit. But let's first get into some nerd updates. San Diego Comic-Con came and went. There was a few things that were released for DC. There was a lot that was released for Marvel. So we'll get into that. But I do want to kind of. They did mention, Black Adam. That one's coming out. Shazam. There was a new trailer for Shazam, which I'm so looking forward to Shazam.
Yeah, I am too, man.
I love Shazam. A lot of people, they still don't like it, but Shazam is one of those. It's a fun movie, and the kids love it. Like my nephews have watched it so many times. So I'm really looking forward. I mean, it's like and they even did a throwback to it with the piano on the ground, but it's like Big, and those family movies from back in the day. You remember Big, right? With Tom Hanks? Yeah. So I loved it. The Rock was saying that he's hoping with Black Adam that it kind of kicks off the DCEU again. And a lot of people were talking that they were really thinking they were going to get an announcement that Henry Cavill's coming back as Superman, but that actually didn't happen. So
yeah.
But God, with everything going on with Ezra Miller, and the Flash being what the struggles that they've had with that movie, I feel like they're not excited about the DCEU at all right now.
No, I'm pretty sure Ezra Miller ruined the DCEU right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with Ezra Miller, but I don't really want to get into it on this show. So
yeah, that's not what we do here.
Nah, we'll just skip on by that. There is we've said for a long time, some of the greatest movies that have been coming out are the animated movies. I do feel like some of the animated movies haven't been as good lately. But there's a few coming out in 2023.
Real quick,
sure.
Have you seen the Green Lantern Beware My Power?
No.
That one just dropped this week. It's actually pretty good. It's on digital. So if you like buying your movies digital instead of DVD, well, it's on digital right now.
Okay.
So go check that out.
We'll check that out. The last one was the Catwoman movie, right? And I really liked that one a lot.
Yeah, that one was good. I liked it too.
RWBY Justice League. Neither of us know what this means, and I'm more of a fan of DC than you are, but it's Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang join DC's heroes as the RWBY anime series will cross over with the Justice League in a feature film. So,
that'll be cool.
Yeah, I know you're into anime, so
Mm-hmm.
so we'll check that out for sure. These are two to be determined. They're coming out in 2023. Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. It kind of sounds cool. We'll see. It's Batman in 1928. So is it going to be kind of like noir kind of feel to it and like the golden age of comics and all that? We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Legion of Superheroes 2023. This one, it's basically building up some of the younger heroes of the Justice League, and so it's
going to be about the sidekicks,
like Young Justice, and
okay,
yeah. So let's see,
sidekicks assemble.
This movie, I guess, will be set in the Tomorrowverse, which you saw in Justice League Society World War II.
Okay.
That's about it as far as that goes. So that'll be
Gotcha.
out next year. And then Justice League War World. And I believe you had mentioned Green Lantern Beware My Power.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in that it says the Tomorrowverse skipped the formation of the Justice League that you see in that one. So War World is going to be like really the first Justice League DC animated movie since Justice League Dark.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
I wonder if it's going to be that new style that they're doing. The new art.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Animation.
Let's see. DC.
Probably. So.
Yeah. DC League of Super Pets comes out tomorrow, July 29th. Not looking forward to that, though. Just me.
I am.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it'll
wait.
be something cool to watch with the nephews, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go see it by myself. I'll take my kids for sure.
Right. You'll be in there with your bucket of popcorn.
Actually, I might go at midnight tonight. We'll see.
You will not. Black Adam comes out October
Don't
21st.
tempt me with a good time.
Ooh. October 21st, so that's right around the corner for Black Adam, which I'm excited. Like, The Rock has been talking about this movie for 10 years, so I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods comes out December 21st, so again, not too far, really. Although as hot as it is right now, you can't even imagine it being right around the corner. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, minus Amber Turd, March 17th, 2023. The Flash, June 23rd, 2023. Blue Beetle, August 18th of 2023. I've not heard much about the Blue Beetle.
I can't remember his name, but oh my goodness. Can you remember his Cobra Kai name?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Solo something. I can't remember.
I know. But, I remember now. Yeah. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, Batgirl. I'm looking for the date for that. That comes out HBO Max, though, which they didn't include. Let's see. Of course, it's not going to show now, so whatever. Google it. They make Google for a reason, people. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
So, yeah. All right, let's move on to the Marvel side of things. Do you have...
Oh, my goodness. So much Marvel stuff. Oh,
I know.
I was in heaven.
Yeah.
But the most important thing was the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. Oh, my goodness. I am so excited. November 11th.
That's right around the corner as well.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Like the movie, or not the movie, the trailer gave me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps. I am so excited for this film. I know a lot of people are ranting and raving about it, already planning their outfits for the show, especially in the Black community. And I know a lot of Hispanics are happy the way that they did Namor's character and like their society of, it's almost like Aztec, like the lost Aztecs, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it's like that movie is going to be so culturally sound. of a movie that has ever been made. Like it is like I just feel it to my core that this will probably be one of the best Marvel movies that's out. Like this might replace, Endgame. And I will say, it does kind of have a thing to where it might do better just because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman. But it also has the chance to not be as, as what's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the word, but a moneymaker.
Yeah. Because
of people, wanting Chadwick Boseman's character to be recasted.
Yeah.
So, it could go either way, but I mean, I know I'm going to go see it like at least 10, 15 times in the theater.
Question for you.
At least. Yeah.
Because Phase 5 is basically, they're calling it the multiverse saga.
Mm-hmm.
You think we'll see Michael B. Jordan? Like a variant?
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so.
Because I was, again, that was my biggest thing was like, man, I definitely wanted him for more movies. Okay,
Yeah.
So I'm going to blaze through a few of these. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Sounds ridiculous, but I think it could be funny. It's going to be Disney Plus, August 17th.
And guess who's going to be in it?
Who?
Daredevil.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, it makes
in
sense.
His new costume.
Ooh, I can't wait. Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn reprise their roles as Nick Fury and Talos in Secret Invasion, coming spring 2023 on Disney Plus. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, that arrives in theaters February 17th. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the last of the Guardian Galaxies, or the Guardians, May 5th, 2023. I can't wait for that one. As you mentioned, go ahead.
I feel sad about that one though.
Me too. It can't really be the end though. I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but they popped up in the latest Thor movie. Spoilers, I guess. Spoiler alert, but not really.
I mean, everybody knew that.
Yeah, that was in the previews.
Yeah.
We did mention Black Panther. That actually does come out this year, November 11th.
11th.
Disney Plus, summer of 2023, Echo, following the events of Hawkeye. Maya Lopez's ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. Let's see. Summer of 2023 on Disney Plus, Loki season 2.
That's so far away.
This is so far away, and I'm like, I wish it was this November. Blade, November 3rd, 2023.
Yeah.
Man, November 3rd, I know it's Blade and it's Marvel, but they should put that out before Halloween. Ironheart comes out fall of 2023. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, that comes out winter of 2023. That's the only one that I'm truly, I loved that whole thing and, dang it. WandaVision, but I don't know if I'm looking forward to Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Here's one that I can't wait. I'm just hugely excited. What were you gonna say? You were
I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. Spring of 2024. Talk about a while away. Daredevil, Born Again.
God, 18 episodes. Oh my God.
That's so far away still.
Why is that one getting 18 episodes?
Because we need more than that.
Right?
Captain America, New World Order in theaters May 3rd, 2024. Cannot wait for that one.
That's going to be amazing.
I haven't looked forward to a Captain America movie ever, to be honest. And people are going to be like, oh my gosh, but it's true. Thunderbolts, July 26th, my birthday, on 2024. Fantastic Four, November 8th, 2024. They still haven't actually cast, so we don't know for sure.
Yeah, they did.
You think?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Some people are saying that it won't be him, John Krasinski, in the actual movie.
I don't know. We'll see.
In theaters May 2nd, 2025. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Avengers: Secret War, November 7th, 2025. So, man, they got it planned out for a while, of course.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget about I can't remember. I think it's coming out next year. Spider-Man freshman year.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be an animated series.
Sweet.
And now I don't know how true this is because I saw it on Twitter. Not everything is true on Twitter. But supposedly Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be teaming up with Daredevil. I really hope that happens. But I don't think it will. But I really hope it happens.
I mean, they put Daredevil in the movie.
True, but that's the movie though. And I don't think, unless it's like a one-off episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, which it could be. I mean, they could do that. But I just don't think, if they haven't put the Spider-Man trilogy, the Spider-Man Homecoming trilogies, on Disney Plus by then, I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah. Well, Cameo, they didn't, and I don't have the date. It didn't mention, but Zombies is also coming. I think next year.
Oh, and What If season 2 also.
Yeah. So I'd like to see the Zombies one. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
I need to go back and watch the What Ifs, because some of them I saw and then I didn't watch all of them. But
I really enjoyed them.
I really liked.
Yeah.
What if Nerdz to Men made a bunch of money? That should be the next one, and then we should.
Right.
I want to buy a lottery ticket because I guess they're up to like $1 billion.
Right. Right. God. What? $1 billion?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
I'd take that lump sum. Because you're still making more than 500 million, right?
That's the smart thing to do.
Well, they probably say the smart thing would be to get payments so you make all that money, but I'm taking that lump sum.
Man, I'm taking that lump sum.
Me and you are going to go buy all kinds of shoes. Oh my gosh.
Right?
This isn't an ad, but I just want to tell you. Have you ever heard like of Afterpay?
I think so, yeah.
It's dope. Like I bought some shoes. Well, my wife, she bought me some shoes for my birthday. But they're the pumps. Remember the Reebok pumps?
Oh, yeah. I always wanted some.
Me too. And I'm finally getting them. But sneaker geeks. That's what we are.
Yep.
But like they got this deal, and I was like, this has got to be a ripoff, right?
Yeah.
You get your shoes, like you don't have to put them on layaway or nothing. And they break it up into 4 payments. They don't charge you interest. They don't look at your credit. And apparently, had to pay like $35 today, right? Then in 2 weeks, you got to pay another $35. And if you don't pay it on the date you're supposed to, you get a late fee. But like I got online, I was looking it up, and everybody was like, it ain't really that bad of a late fee either. And I was like, man, I'm going to have J's. I'm going to have all of the shoes if I can break it up into 4 easy payments. Because I was like, this has got to be a ripoff. So like Afterpay, if you want us to you want to pay us before, not after.
And some easy installments.
Yeah. We will gladly promote your business going forward.
We won't ask your password. We won't ask for your social security number.
Yeah.
We just want some money.
Yeah. This one's a freebie though. Yeah. Because honestly, I was like, wow. Because there's some Jordans coming out that I want really bad. And I always am like, man, I got no $200 to spend on that right now. But I do in 4 easy payments. Know what I mean? That does sound like an ad. It's not an ad though. Believe me, we're not getting paid. I wish we were.
Right.
But this is also not an ad. But we're about to bring on our friend Travis Mantooth. He's got some information about MiracleCon coming up August 27th, and it is going to be awesome. So here's Travis to tell everybody all about it. All right, welcome Travis Mantooth to the show. We haven't had a guest in a while, Cameo. We're very blessed to have him on. He's actually an old friend. We've known him forever, but he's here today to talk about his work with the Children's Health Foundation and their MiracleCon that's coming up August 27th. Travis, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Really good. So you have been working with the Children's Health Foundation for a while in one way or another, right? Because you've been doing like volunteer stuff with your video games. Like every year you do, I guess what would you call it? Like a
it's Extra Life is what it's called.
There you go.
But
tell everybody about that.
Yeah, Extra Life is essentially the gaming arm, if you will, of the Children's Miracle Network.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pretty much one weekend a year, everybody gets together and does the big gaming marathon. When we first started it, it was a 24-hour marathon. You sat in, you got up early on Saturday, you kicked off, you went to bed about 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, if you made it that long.
Right.
And you sat there and you played games, you raised as much money. I always kind of attribute it, if you guys remember doing the old jump rope for health as kids, back in PE or whatever. Yeah, you have to go get grandma to give you 10 cents a jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of always equated it to that. But we'd sit there and I would get a couple of buddies come over and we'd put up a stream on Twitch or something like that. And we'd sit there and we'd play and we'd just kind of hand off games and just keep going. But I've been doing that for about 12 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a question. So if you don't make it the full 24 hours, what happens then?
We get our
There's
money
no
back.
penalty.
Right.
No, there's no penalty at all. I mean, and as the years have been going by, that we've kind of distanced ourselves from the 24-hour marathon, if you will. It's, you're just gaming for a cause. Because I'll tell you what, those first few years, and even last year when I did it then, that 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. run is probably the longest 4 hours of your life. It's hard.
I've told everybody about like the first overnight I did on a radio station. I went in there and I was like, because I wasn't used to overnights. And I was like, man, I'm going to drink 6 diet Red Bulls. And since they're diet, it'll be okay, I'm lucky to be talking to you guys today.
Right.
But see, back in the day when we were young, like an all-nighter, you got some Mountain Dew and
Mountain Dew and the Surge. You guys remember Surge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do y'all remember Vault?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And balls.
man. Yes.
You guys, the big blue bottles. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So, but as you get older, it makes it a little harder. Me and Cameo have actually, because I've got like a Ninja Turtles arcade game, and we've talked about like at some point we should set up a camera on us and do something like that where we have to play it all night,
Now, is that the old NES one, or are you talking the new Shredder's Revenge that just came out?
No, actually,
NES.
NES.
yeah, but it's those arcade up, the ones. That
Oh, the
look
one
like
ups.
old school. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I have. My wife, she was nice enough to purchase it one Christmas. So I let Cameo look.
Thank you.
I let Cameo look at it jealously. That's
I got to play with it for a little bit. So
yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about building one of my own little cabinets too, because I mean, as much as I love those little one-up cabinets, they are just so skinny. So you guys are like, shoulder to shoulder bunched in there. So it's kind of one of my dreams to build, like, you remember the old 4-player X-Men cabinets?
Oh,
I want to build one of those and just stick it over there in the corner one day and see how long it takes me before I get told by my wife to go sell it because it takes up too much room.
Well, you could easily get one of those little computer boards and have thousands of games on it.
Well, I've actually got an old leftover computer over there in the closet that, I can just stick it in there and put a couple of gaming, a couple of joysticks set up on it. Yeah. That's kind of one of the plans, man.
All right. Well, make us one too, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I'll let you know how much it costs me at the end of it.
What games do you normally play while you're doing your marathon?
It bounces back and forth. I mean, for a couple of years, I tried to do theme ones. Like one year I played through all the Marios as far as I could get. I think I did Mario 1, 2, 3, and maybe Super Mario World.
Like you played through it and beat them?
Yeah, played through and beat them.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll talk about how long it takes to beat Super Mario 2 when you're out of practice. And then the next year I did Zelda, which is by far harder. I did Zelda 1, Zelda 2, good old Link that nobody likes. And I made it through those two and Link to the Past. So I made it through 3 Links in 24 hours.
Nice.
Wow.
But those years were the easiest to do because when you got a plan like that and you got 3 games you want to beat, you can power through. It's when you sit there and you get those years where you sit down and you go, okay, now I have 200 games in front of me. What do I play? And then once you sit there and you play through a couple of games where one burns you out, and you sit there and go, okay, now I don't know what to play next. Those are the ones that'll really get you.
So, like, do you take like little breaks to go like use the restroom or get a
100%.
drink?
No,
Okay.
diaper. He's
There's no
diapering
sense in
it.
Iron Man. You're not there to hurt yourself. You're there to have a good time.
Okay.
Because if you're hurting yourself, you're not really with the spirit of the thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll get up. We'll take bathroom breaks. We'll get up. I normally put a pot of chili in the crock pot, and so we'll get up and do a dinner break.
That
whatever,
seems
get up, move around.
counterproductive.
Yeah,
That seems counterproductive, though, to be eating chili while you're trying to not.
that's why you invite friends. That way you can rotate.
Yeah, I'm going to need
There you
15 guys. Tell us about MiracleCon. There's so much happening with this coming up August 27th. Where is it?
Okay, it is up at the Edmond Conference Center, up at the Hilton Garden Inn. That is up at the I-35 in Covell.
Okay.
There's a big showbiz that was just built up there recently, and it's just right next to that.
Nice.
So it's going to be on August 27th. Excuse me, August 27th. Make sure I get it all right. And there is a whole bunch going on. We're going to have War Guts out of Tulsa. They're a little esports gaming company. They're coming in. They're bringing a bunch of Switches, a bunch of Xbox Series S's, and some PS5s. Nice. We're going to have open gaming as well as a couple of tournaments going around. I know we're at least doing Smash Brothers and Mario Kart 8 for tournaments.
Ooh.
And if we get a couple more sponsors for pool money, we're trying to add extra stuff like Apex or maybe some fighting games in there too.
Oh, cool.
But I mean, it's all open gaming unless the tournament's going on. So we can do pickups if people want to get in. It's like, hey, let's do a little impromptu tournament. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. We also have open board gaming going on. We've got Mike over there at the Oklahoma Board Gaming. And now that I'm talking, all that falls into my head. But the Oklahoma Board Gaming community.
Yeah.
He's going to be bringing, and I swear it's like 200 square feet of board games piled about 6 foot high.
Wow.
Yeah, they're bringing pretty much everything they've got. And I'm talking stuff from Catan to, the old Letters and Bananas, the Banana Scrabble board games we all, had running around. You'll see everything. Exploding Kittens. We'll have all sorts of card games out there too. He'll have that, and it's open season on some of those. We're also going to have a couple of play to win board games, and how that's going to work is, they'll have a couple of board games set up to where every time you play it, it puts you in an entry to win the thing. And so at the end of the day, we're going to draw a name of everybody that's played that game, and if they're still there, we're going to hand the game off to them.
Oh, sweet.
So come in, have fun, play a whole bunch of board games you never played, give them a try, because Lord knows we've all walked past a board game shelf and was like, I have no idea if I'm gonna like any of these. Yeah. This is the place to come to do it.
And me and Cameo will be playing craps in the back. If anybody,
there we go.
If anybody,
they don't allow us in the back.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, maybe in
that you know of.
Officially.
Man, that doesn't even that's just the surface of it. You're gonna have cosplay.
That's just our big ballroom. Yeah, we've also got a cosplay competition going on.
Cool.
So we've got several different categories on that one. Let me pull them up real quick so I don't get these wrong. I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. Where is that at? We're going to have a runway competition. Okay, first off, let me split it. We have a kids and adults cosplay competition.
Right.
Okay.
So our kids are going to be rated first, second, third. And that's going to be anybody under the age of, I think, 18.
Okay.
Now, if a kid comes in or a child comes in with a crafted cosplay that they are very proud of, they are absolutely allowed to jump up to the adult level. We are not forcing them to be in the kids' room because there's nothing worse than having a gorgeous big cosplay that you put together up against a baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they want to jump up, they're more than welcome to come up and play with the adults. Cool. In adults, we have I think at least two categories. We have runway, which is essentially if you bought the cosplay. If it's a morph suit, something like that, that's the runway competition.
Okay.
And then we've got handcrafted. At least 50% of the whole getup has to be handmade.
Oh,
so, you're talking your full Warcraft getups that you see at all the big, San Diego. Yeah. That one right there is your craftsmanship competition.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll have a couple small awards. We'll have best in show, best craftsmanship, best beginner craftsmanship, judge's choice, what they think is their favorite. And then we've got some fun little prizes too. We actually got Ace Hardware to put in a couple Dremel tools. Cool. So, and I know those are real big in cosplay too, especially for working off the foam and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have those as well as a couple of other little goodies, especially from all the fabric stores going around. So we're definitely going to hook anybody up that comes in and wins a prize.
That's really cool. And is there any, stipulations on how the costumes should look, because I remember when Brad and I and our buddy Gog went to Fan Expo, there was a woman that dressed, I think she dressed as Cammy from Street Fighter. Yeah. And you know her outfit.
We all know Cammy.
Yeah. So you know.
Yeah, the baseline really is just remember this is a family-friendly event. We don't mean to be discriminatory or anything like this, but we're just, everybody to you is going to be waist high. So just remember that when you're coming up here. We're asking for the ladies full bra coverage and full bikini coverage. No thongs, no Brazilians, nothing like that. We're just trying to keep everything above board, if you will. And
sure.
Especially for Cammy. You got stuff like that.
Right. So Brad, you cannot wear your Borat outfit.
No. What is the monokini? Yeah, the sling.
Yeah.
No slings, please.
Which is, I mean, that's only what I wear to sleep in. So I'm definitely gonna get dressed up. Cameo, have you seen Kyle Mooney's Baby Yoda that he does on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
I'm thinking that would be perfect for you. I'm thinking that would be perfect, and I could go as Mando.
There we go.
Hey, perfect. I'd love to see you guys there.
In a mankini. a Mandalorian kini. A Mando kini. That's what it's called.
There you go. Oof. There you go.
I'll save that one. Other things we got going is like, especially for like the morph suits and stuff like that, we kind of recommend wearing a dancer's belt, just, because again, kids running around everywhere. And then we're just requiring shoes because it's an open, it's in an open hotel conference center. So please keep your shoes on.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice. Anything else going on at MiracleCon that you wanted to highlight while we're
pull up my list? We are going to have a pile of vendors there. So, normal con fair, we've got 25 vendors going to be up there. Anything from collectibles to retro games, board games, jewelry, clothing, stuff like that. So we're going to have a whole pile of people in there for that. We are going to have the Ghostbusters. Nice. Are going to be up there. And then I don't think it's our OKC crew, but it's one of our local crews in there. We are going to have the 501st Star Wars Legion out of Tulsa.
Right.
They're going to be coming down for this one. Nice. So they're bringing a whole bunch of stuff there. And then we're supposed to have the Umbrella Corps too. So we're going to do some zombie testing, everything like that. So make sure you don't get snatched.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Man, they're going all out.
Yeah, and I also mentioned we have War Guts out of Tulsa for our video gaming. We've got Oklahoma board game community for all of our board gaming. We've got Red Dirt D&D coming in to do some D&D stuff. So it's not just board games, guys. We're doing tabletop RPG too. Nice. We have Summer Rain coming in to do a video game themed concert at about 3:00 that day. She does a whole bunch of stuff from like Super Mario Odyssey, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. She's got a whole video game repertoire. We're excited to have her out there too. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I missed. I'm sure there is. Oh, we've also got Take One Improv, who's going to be doing our night show at about 9:00. The con is going to go from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Nice. Our exhibitors will be there from 11 a to 7 p. Cool. So if you're wanting, or vendors rather, if you're wanting to come buy stuff and look around and do some shopping, that's 11 to 7. And then everything after 7 will be doing, closing ceremonies, shows, and improv skits and everything like that.
Was the costume contest, was that at a certain time during the day or?
Yeah, let me get a schedule. So just to kind of break it down for you, we're going to open the doors at 11. We're going to do a little welcome ceremony closer to about noon. And then starting over in the gaming room, we're going to have a board game flea market. So if people want to bring their board games to kind of offload, we're going to have a little area they can come drop it off for a price. And if somebody wants to buy it, they can buy it. We hand the money back. So it's just kind of an open season setup. Now, we're kind of hoping a lot of people are willing to come in and donate old board games that they don't want. So that way we can sell it and keep all the money for the children, for the Children's Health Foundation, and donate it to the local hospitals. So we do appreciate any of those donations as well. After that, we've got 1:00. We've got a streaming panel. So we actually have one of our highest fundraisers here in Oklahoma City. And he's actually in Texas, but he plays for the Oklahoma City hospital. He's raised over $40,000 just on his own. And with his little group and everything like that, $40,000. Wow. We are also going to have Game HQ there, who's in South Oklahoma City. Those guys are definitely our number 2, coming in right behind him. They're going to be there, and they're going to be probably running most of the board games as well and helping out. They're going to be big on our volunteer side. But 1:00, we're going to have Gaming for Avon is his name. He's going to be up there, and he's going to do a streaming panel along with Amber, who's with Streamlabs. And they're going to talk a little bit about their streaming experience and everything like that. We're also planning to have crowd control in, if you've ever seen that. Crowd Control is a third-party app that lets you pretty much load in like older NES games and stuff like that, and it lets crowd service come in and play. Like for Super Mario, they got stuff where it can move tiles around on the thing and mess with you. Or Zelda, you can add and take away hearts, add and take away bombs and stuff like that. So it encourages crowd participation while you're streaming. And then after that, we're going to do our kids cosplay competition at 2:00. Shortly after that, we will move into our concert with Summer Rain at 3. So a video game themed concert there. Our D&D panel will be held at 4:00. I don't know if they're going to be running a little game or not, if they're just going to be talking about their D&D experiences, and we're still kind of finalizing details when it comes to that. Also at 4:00, we're going to be doing our cosplay prejudging. So everybody that has signed up, and again, I'll drop the website here in a second. It's going to be miraclecon.com. No www, it's just miraclecon.com. There's a sign up form there. 5:00 will be the actual cosplay competition, to where we actually do our walks across on the main stage and present awards. And then closer to about 7, we'll be doing our quote unquote closing ceremony. So as vendors are starting to wrap up, we'll go ahead and tell everybody thank you, to let everybody know how much money we've raised over the day, and big thank yous for everybody that showed up. About 7:30, the 501st Star Wars guys will be doing a trivia contest, and we'll either be doing it there in the main stage, or we'll be doing it out there in the front lobby, where everybody's kind of congregated. And then about 9:00 is the improv show with Take One.
Sweet.
And then after that, we're wrapping up.
That's awesome, man. That sounds like a jam-packed day.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
that's just, yeah. And I say, luckily, we're just a 1 day, but I think next year, depending on how well this goes, we're going to try and extend it out to a 2 day. So
Is this
that way we
the,
get some more
awesome.
people come in.
Is this the first ever MiracleCon?
No, our first one was in 2019, and we had about
okay.
600 people come to that one.
Nice.
So yeah, and so this is the first time back. All the cons are starting to kind of come back after the COVID,
Right.
and yeah, so we're kind of expected somewhere between 600 and 1,000, judging by what we're doing.
Let's talk tickets. Is there are there tickets to the con? Do they need them in
Yes.
advance at the door?
We've got both. If you buy it in advance, adult tickets are $15 each. Children are $10 each, I believe. Let me double check that real quick, just because. But I believe, I'm sorry, children are five beforehand.
Okay.
We also, we have family passes as well, which are 2 adults, 2 kids, and up to 4 kids, excuse me, for $35.
Okay.
And this is all pre-sale. If we do it at the door, it's going to be $25 at the door for adults. It's going to be $10 at the door for kids, and it's going to be $50 at the door for the family.
So definitely,
So
be
yeah,
good to
absolutely
go
buy in advance and save yourself some money.
Where can they do that?
It's going to be at miraclecon.com. Again, just miraclecon.com. You don't have to add the www, otherwise the website won't work. Thank you, WordPress. Everybody's always experienced that one. And then there's going to be a link just right there front and center. It says Get Tickets, and it'll take you over to our Eventbrite website, and you'll be able to buy it all there.
Cool.
And so you had mentioned if people had if y'all got the money to do some other things, y'all were planning on doing that. If people were watching, listening, and they want to donate or sponsor, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and just contact me directly, and we'll definitely set up a donation fund, or if we need to set up a GoFundMe, so be it. We will get whatever we have to go ahead and do that. You can email me directly. That's going to be Travis, Travis -Mantooth, MANTOOTH @chfkids.com.
All right.
So, and again, I can definitely send an email out, or you can go ahead and follow us on Facebook at MiracleCon. It's just MiracleCon, like it's spelled on all one word, MiracleCon. Just go ahead and type that in. You'll find our Facebook page.
Okay, sweet. And I'll put the email address in the comment section wherever people are watching or whatever. So in the description on the podcast and everything too. And we really appreciate you coming on. I do have one more question for you. You know, we talked about when you started getting into this, but you know, was there a special reason that drew you to this?
Oddly enough, it was somebody we probably all know. It was up at when I was working up at the radio station, Ryan Howard, if you remember that guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that got me into it the first year, and then I caught the bug, and we did it for the first few years together, and then kind of went on our own ways after a while, and I'm still doing it today.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's how I got into it.
It's a great cause. I love that you're doing it. And like I told you before, any way that Nerds to Men can be of assistance, and for this or the future, let us know, because we definitely want to help out.
Absolutely. And again, like all of the profits that come from this convention are going straight to the hospital too. I mean, we're not keeping anything for ourselves on this one. It's 100% being donated.
Right on.
Nice.
I might walk out with a PS5. I'm not going to lie, but
hey, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't want to have one for raffle, but otherwise I will tackle you after you leave the door because I probably turn that back into Tulsa.
I believe you could too. So I'll think hard on it before I try that.
Yeah, make it worth it. Make it worth it.
Right.
Travis, thank you so much for coming on. And we'll talk about this, again, coming up. And even before the date, if you want to jump back on with us, you got any updates or anything like that, we'd love to have you back
anytime.
On. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you to Travis Mantooth once again. We can't wait for MiracleCon coming up August 27th. It sounds like so much fun. So many games.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I can't wait. I really want to put together your Baby Yoda costume.
Sounds good.
Are you going to have the same bad attitude that he has on Saturday Night Live?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice. I can't wait. All right, we're going to do a couple reviews here real quick. Like I said earlier in the show, we won't spoil too much. We might have a little bit of spoilers here for Thor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to spoil it too much because I don't know that, Thor had a pretty big opening, I believe, and then had a huge drop-off at the box office.
Yeah.
So, and I actually didn't. You saw it. Did you go see it opening night or did you see it?
When did I see it?
You saw it like within the first couple of days. I just saw it last week, actually.
Yeah, I think I did see it.
I gotta tell you.
I think I did see it in the afternoon. I think it was like 3 or 4 or whatever.
I was so looking forward to this because of how much I loved Thor Ragnarok. Taika Waititi, I dang near love everything he does. And so I was super excited about this movie. Now, you really enjoyed it, and I'll let you tell everybody why. I wanted to start, though, and say that I thought that the third act was great. Like, they kind of go into the spot where, like, it changes and they're in black and white, And from that point on, I was like, this is really good. This is really good. But the lead up to the third act, man, I thought it was so slow and so predictable. And I'm kind of like, it's not just like a Marvel thing. It's a superhero kind of thing where like there's the whole formula for the movie, and again, I said we're going to go spoiler light, but this is just how it is. It's like, you get like a villain who kind of has a reason why you think like, I probably would feel that way too, if that happened to me. So with Christian Bale, awesome, amazing, loved him in this movie. But
I've been seeing some memes going around where he's like normal looking, with his hair and stuff. It's like Christian Bale. Then you see him as Gore, and it says Atheist Bale.
Yeah, it does remind me of his line from Batman though, where he's like, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself turn into a villain."
Yeah, I've seen that meme too.
Because like Christian Bale and Michael Keaton have played villains in Marvel movies, or Sony Marvel. But yeah, going back to what I was going to say was it just follows that formula so much to a T. Like then the bad guy and the good guy have like their first little run in, and then the bad guy skedaddles and they have to find him. And that was literally this movie.
Yeah.
There was some great scenes that were hilarious. Russell Crowe in this movie, hilarious. Loved it. And I believe he's going to be back.
Yep.
So that's going to be great. Matt Damon and the ugliest Hemsworth brother return, which is a joke from our Westworld reviewing days, which, by the way, we need to talk about Westworld on the next show. I haven't watched it a couple episodes, but...
Yeah, catch up, dude. I like it.
I got to, and we got to talk about it. But
we'll talk about it.
They were funny as hell in this movie, too. Like that's there's no short of like jokes in this movie and they were good. They were good jokes.
Yeah.
But it was also a love story, of course. Love and Thunder. We kind of find out more about that name later, which made more sense too. But
Yeah.
but Natalie Portman returns in this movie, and I don't know. Like, I liked it, but it was so rushed. Like, like she comes back, and then they kind of have like an awkwardness, but then they're back in love, and then I don't know. Like, I just felt like this movie was a little bit paint by the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I could see why, you and other people that, felt the same way about it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear other people felt the same way too.
Yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Really? Good.
No. Yeah. But I just loved everything about it. I loved all the jokes. I loved the corniness of everything. And the superhero trope, like, I knew it was going to be there. I didn't care. Obviously, that is the formula for every superhero. The superhero gets beat up because, they didn't have enough prep time. Once they fight, I'm like, oh, okay, this is how I'm going to get them. We saw that in No Way Home. We saw that in, Avengers Infinity War to Endgame.
Shazam, like talking about DC movies too.
Yeah. So like superheroes have a certain formula. Superhero movies have a formula, and you can't break that formula. If you break that formula, then you don't have a superhero film anymore.
I don't know about that though. I don't know about that. I mean, I get it. But I don't know. There's just certain. Did Logan have that formula? I don't think it was quite like that. So that's what I'm trying to say is, like, even if you have the formula, you have to change it up and make it.
With Logan though, that was more of a coming. It was a winter story, basically. This was, his final run.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything that he, like,
this is our
Logan is basically unstoppable, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like he's almost kind of like Superman in a way, to where, obviously he can't be killed. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Logan.
There's a lot of things he can't do.
But yeah, I felt Logan was, I would say, would be the what's the word?
Misnomer?
And the exception to the rule.
But that's what I'm saying though. Taika Waititi, this is what, the 4th Thor movie?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it, but then again, it's like, I just don't know. Like, it seemed like he put a lot more effort into the jokes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Than into, like, because, like, even Thor Ragnarok, I'm trying to think about, like, the formula there. Because it was more like a buddy movie in space, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, same, though, with the sister, and it kind of does follow that same trope. But it just seems like this one was very linear in that regard. Very linear as far as how these movies play out. Like I said, it paid off in the 3rd act. Like I would give, to be honest, I would give Thor Ragnarok 2 crying Kevin Smiths out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that 3rd act was great. I really loved it.
It really was. It was.
It just took a long time. It just took a slow build to really
I didn't feel that way. I really loved. There were certain things that I didn't really care for, but that didn't take away from me giving it 3 crying Kevin Smiths.
I was honestly, like, I think maybe I was a little tired going in, but I was just kind of bored because I was like, I already know what's going to happen.
Right.
So I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff. Maybe I need to see it again, but I'm giving it 2 out of 3.
Okay.
And
I'm giving it 3.
And like I say, I'm not saying don't go watch it. Everybody should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I kind of feel like the guy who did Jojo Rabbit, you know, a lot of these movies where, like, I don't question Taika's creativity at all. And I'm not even questioning it here. I'm just saying, you know, let's get away from this formula and try to do something a little bit different going forward. I mean, you know, Marvel comes to you and says, we're going to give you all this money to make a movie, and this is what they kind of want. You got to do it. But again, I just feel like, I don't know. Like Suicide Squad, the James Gunn movie. That follows a little bit of a formula, sure. But it I don't know. It hit harder to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the love story. Maybe that just kind of threw me off for a while. But again, I really felt like the end of it definitely paid off. So whatever. What all the criticism I have for it, I just felt like it took a little bit for it to really get good, real good, and then it did get real good. So you know, if I'm knocking the movie, I am, but I'm saying it got really good. So okay, so officially you're gonna go 2 out of 3, or no, 3 out of 3.
3 out of 3,
and I'll go 2 out of 3. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Nope,
which gets all Infinity crying Kevin Smiths.
Oh, you're just jumping to the end, huh? Yeah. I'm going to tell you the same. I'm going to say the same because I loved Nope. And again, we're going to try not to spoil it because a lot of people still probably haven't seen it. It's only been out a week. I didn't check out any box office numbers because that I never care about box office numbers anyway. You know, if I like a movie and only one other person has saw it, doesn't mean that I didn't like it any less, you know? But I'll just start off. I'll tell everybody what I told you as soon as the movie was over. Because people have seen the previews, so they kind of have an idea, right, of what this movie is about, hopefully. He took a movie that, should I say what the movie kind of is about? Is that too spoilery?
I don't know. I feel like if I knew what it was, I'm pretty sure other people did too. If you love, you know, Jordan Peele's movies, then you probably did a little bit of research before you went to go see it. Now, obviously, I'm not like, oh, you know, what does this mean? What is this? You know, blah 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 blah. But if you follow his stuff and follow the trailers, you should know what it is or what it's about.
All right. So spoilers if you haven't seen it, and if you have, then it's a light spoiler. But aliens. It's about aliens. And that's all I'll say about that. Other than he took a movie that, like, I mean, alien movies. Again, you're talking about movies that have been done a lot, have formulas. He took a movie about aliens and made it original
and destroyed the formula.
Creative. Yeah. He wrote his own formula. Daniel Kaluuya, amazing in this movie. Like everything that, like, and every choice that they made on how to play these characters made sense to the story too. Like it was no coincidence that his character was very reserved and, you know, laid back. And again, there's a lot of layers to this story. Okay. There's some things that you're like, I'm not even sure how this ties in, but then later on you're like, and even if you think about it after the fact, you're like, oh yeah. Like you could see this movie a few times, I feel like, and pick something new up maybe. But I like how he really played with our expectations. This is a reason I don't want to totally spoil the movie, because if you haven't seen it, you're going to go in thinking this, and you're not going to get that. I loved it. Oh my gosh. Jordan Peele is amazing. He's
a genius.
He's an auteur director for sure. His previous movies, they were all great. Which was the first one? It was Get Out and then Us, right? Yeah. And man, these movies, and like again, you're not even into horror movies, right?
And I wouldn't even, consider this as a horror movie.
Not really.
It's like a sci-fi thriller.
Sci-fi suspense thriller. Yeah. But yeah, so good. It's so good. Steve Yeun, great. I love it.
Keke Palmer, hilarious.
I love her. So good. She was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keith David was in it.
Yeah, real quick, the Geek Squad guy.
Yeah,
I love him.
He was great.
He was such a nerd.
He was great. The reason I bring up Keith David, I saw a tweet that somebody put out that Jordan Peele actually responded to, and they were like, Jordan Peele is the John Carpenter of our generation, which if you're kind of like I don't know if he's there are some similarities. Notably though, and this is like, you see this with a lot of auteur directors. They will use a lot of the cast in the same movies, They just like to work with these people. And then secondly, they put things in to pay homage to other directors and I feel like that was why he had Keith David in it, especially. Like, he's great anyway. But am I saying it was David Keith? What did I get
Keith David?
Yeah, okay. I'm just like, man, am I messing this up? But the reason I say that is because if you look at John Carpenter movies like The Thing, I love that movie so much. The monster in Antarctica. Keith David was in that movie.
Yeah.
They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
It's another kind of sci-fi kind of horror movie. So I can see definitely where Jordan Peele probably does like John Carpenter in his movies. And Jordan Peele is like, oh man, no, you shouldn't disrespect the goat like that or something like that, But truthfully, I was like, no, I see it. I do see it. And I think, and of course Jordan Peele took it as a compliment. But I do see it. I just, man, I'll see every Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked like this before about like, even in the show, even in Key and Peele, there was like skits where there was like a horror tinge to them. And I always thought that was funny. And then when he started making these suspense horror type movies, I was like, I definitely see why he wanted to do that.
He needs to definitely do a racist zombie movie.
Really?
Like, I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I gotta see it. Like, that skit cracks me up because anytime they got near a zombie, they were like, oh, it was great. Oh.
And then the other thing that like the John Carpenter comparisons, like some of those, like They Live is a very political movie if you watch it. If you've never seen that one, it's about like these beings, I was watching it the other day and I didn't see the end of it, but it's about these beings and this guy finds these glasses and he can see these beings. Whereas if he takes the glasses off, everybody might just look human. And then he also sees all the messages that they're trying to brainwash us with that we don't see. Like, we see TV shows that make us want to buy these things and consume and conform and all that. So great, all these messages. Little don't be a menace.
Right.
But yeah, so, and again, Jordan Peele's movies, they're not just slasher films or anything like that. They've got definite messages to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think that without going completely into everything, I just think that Jordan Peele is amazing. He's really smart. Like you said, he's a genius. And he man, it's almost like he did like write a movie and then was like, okay, here's what somebody might think an alien movie might do. I'm going to do this.
Right. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure, like, he was like, everybody's done, Aliens. Everybody's done, Signs. Everybody has done, I don't know, Star Trek. There's always, some type of alien creature looking thing. And man, I tell you what, this alien was beast mode.
Oh my god.
Was beast mode.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Oh my
god. It was
god.
amazing.
Yeah, before I accidentally screw something up, let's just go ahead and say, go see the movie. You will not be disappointed. If you are disappointed,
I do want to say two more things real quick. M. Night Shyamalan, you had mentioned like Signs. Jordan Peele does remind me of M. Night Shyamalan too. Like I don't think he's as concerned with like a huge twist ending or anything, but just the creativity and the desire to do these horror movies in a different kind of way than what we're typically seeing with, mindless slashers which I love that too, but this is on a whole nother level. Now, if people have seen it, I want them to comment one thing, okay? The shoe. What is up with the shoe?
Yes.
And they'll know what we're talking about.
yes.
I've looked
Tell
it
us
up.
about the shoe.
I've looked it up. There's theories. I think it's a MacGuffin myself, which a MacGuffin is kind of like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, where you don't know what's in the briefcase, so you can kind of make your own inference there. And is it important to the story? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. But everybody has their theories about it. The shoe.
Right.
I want to know what you guys think, because we'll talk about it later on another show. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. So 1,001 crying Kevin Smiths. We might not put them all up on the screen. We might just do the 3 out of 3.
We give Nope a yup.
Oh, yeah. Yes. All right.
And with that, our friends, keep it nerdy.
Smile and put on a happy face.
Wakanda forever!
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
That was awesome!
Freeze all motor functions.